And we are a go. What is going on, guys? Glad to have you back. I think we're going to have a fantastic stream this week. I have some more ideas that I wanted to really implement in the in the Dish Shish YouTube poop, as I'm calling it for now. But I'm glad to see you back, and I'm really excited to knowing how this stream is going to go. Like, I'm looking at the notes from last week, all of the ideas that you gave, and they're all fantastic. I'm looking at, I have a full page here, and I haven't even gotten the chance to look at all of the other commercials, which may be a possibility to implement into this YouTube poop at some time. Although I will say it's really, really tempting to just keep this as a Dr. Squatch YouTube poop, because this material, I mean, look at this guy's face. Look at him. This is the face of a man who thinks we are not a dish. So, welcome one and all. We're going to get some things kicked off right now. I can't wait to, let me just adjust the computer a little bit. And there we go. I'm going to start a brand new page, actually, because if this one's full, I don't think I want to add anything to this particular page. It helps if I keep notes from each week just a little more organized here. And now let's just quickly take a look. Hey, what is going on, Hercules Mays? Hey, it's Billy Mays. I mean, Hercules Mays. Hey, it's Billy Mays here. Welcome. Well, I was glad to see. Actually, I'm wondering, now that actually is a really good name. Hercules Mays. Well, welcome to the stream, Hercules. Glad to see you're first on. Glad to catch the stream so early on for sure. Hi, Hercules Mays here. Yes, Luna, welcome in. Welcome in. It's so good to see you. All right. This is the, you know what? I'm going to save this still image because I want to use this in the thumbnail. This is just, look at this. Hold on. Let me just save this for sure. Dr. Squatch, just save it as TN or something like that. And just look at this. This is a man. Oh, man. Have you ever seen such a smug face in your life? Have you ever wanted to just get so close to a man like this? All right, let's get this out of this. Let's get this out of here. President of Pluto, welcome. No. You are fine. You did not miss the stream. You did not miss it. I actually just kicked it off. So glad to see you made it, President of Pluto. The Master Saster has arrived. Yes. I got my name from a Hercules Hook YouTube poop from Mark3611. Yeah, that is way back in the day. Also, I'm really loving it too. I am really excited to know what is going to come of it. I'll tell you what, when we made the Jonathan Lonathan YouTube poop together, there were so many ideas that, like, I don't think I would have been able to think of without you. And sometimes just having it's kind of like a group project where everyone's gotten their fingers really into it and made it into something extremely unique. Because the videos that I make by myself are one thing. Soon, TM. Man, this is going to be a fun one. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we pick up where we left off in viewing, actually seeing the video. So, right around here, let's see if we can kick it right off. I think actually I started a little further back with the history of soap. And let me just make sure the volume is just right, because sometimes I play for the first time and it blasts your ears. I love getting my fingers wet in YouTube poop. Yes, you need to get your fingers wet in that stuff.
Natural ingredients to make production.
Oh, it's on preview. Good. So I think this stream's also going to be a little bit smoother as well. What I've done is I've ensured that I have a hardline connection this time, and I don't think it's going to falter, and if it does, well, I'd be very surprised, as long as I don't start unplugging anything. So I think some of the stream lags are going to go down. I've also made sure that the OBS, because it was a weird ending to the stream last week. Like, you didn't see me kind of signing off, so to say. I didn't get the chance to say goodbye to a lot of you individually. So it was such a weird way, and I don't think it's going to happen again. I think that was just a one-time thing. We'll be okay there. I love getting my sauce wet in YouTube poop commercials. Me too. Don't blast my rear. I'll blast your rear, all right, President Pluto. Yes, the dish joke from last week. Like, how can you not? It's a perfect thing. Oh, man. Actually, I think that I should show you this real quick. So, you're not a dish. He's going to say, you're a shish. So that's why the title is what it is. Dish shish shish. All right. Don't blast my rear. Oh, we're going to blast someone's rear, all right. All right, let's see. Going back to the history of soap, have I heard of Audio Stretch? I have not. Is that a software? Is that some kind of technique? I'm curious. Tell me what it is.
And all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and faster. Taking out all the natural ingredients to make production.
No, I just see a, right. I don't know why. I was binging The Things, and I'm hearing a joke that The Things would make. Let me just put it in real quick. Hey, what's going on, Cyber Cults? Welcome. It's a good source of fun, experimental YouTube poop age. It is software. I'll take a look at that. It's called Audio Stretch, huh? Let me just search it. Audio Stretch. Audio Stretch, music pitch tool. Change the speed of audio files without changing the pitch. Oh, so I can do that in Vegas. So I think I know what you mean. Like when they slow down, sometimes when they get stretched and they slow down, almost like in sports slow motion clips. So Vegas can already kind of do that, and I'll show you what it looks like with the clip that I just copied right here. So,
taking out all the natural ingredients.
So I'm gonna show you real quick. In properties, I can actually go in, and if I wanted to, I can lock to stretch. Now, if I lock to stretch, that means that if I stretch the clip, it does change the pitch. But if I don't select it, then it will keep the pitch the same. It will sound, tinny and all that because it is being stretched, but it's still really good. But it's good software if you're, if by default the video editing software doesn't lock the pitch. Interesting. That's beyond moronic. I think YouTube's allow me. Oh, first off, Sig try GGR with whiskers. I gotta work on that pronunciation. That's beyond moronic. Welcome to the stream, by the way. That's beyond moronic. I think you poops allow me to escape adult life for some minutes and laugh at the most immature jokes. Yes, I think that when it comes to YouTube poops, it's kind of like it's actually some really good humor. I mean, all humor is going to be perfectly acceptable in many cases. Like, I shouldn't say all humor. I mean, there's going to be a lot of humor that seems like it's going to be intended for younger crowds, but in reality, it's the kind of thing that everybody can enjoy. And it's the same with YouTube poop. There's no guilt in enjoying it. There's no guilt in pulling up an oldie or a newie and just watching it for either old time's sake, you love it, you don't know what it is, and just laughing your ass off at it. Sometimes humor is just humor. It's just as simple as that. The shish is a good example. Yes, the shish is a fantastic example. How's the Beyblade YouTube poop coming? It's coming. So I haven't had the chance to work on the Beyblade YouTube poop. I was working on a different YouTube poop during some of my downtime. Vague guess. I like that. That's a good play on words. We're holding off on that for a bit. So the reason why we're holding off on the Beyblade YouTube poop is because I'm concerned about copyright. So when I did an initial, I guess for lack of a better word, play of Yu-Gi-Oh! What was it called? Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Here's the thing. The episode was from YouTube, but even though it was on YouTube, it was free to watch, it still knocked my stream out because I played material that had copyright attached to it. And I think the reason is because even though you are allowed to watch it, you probably can't restream it or share it or something like that. So that tells me that the same might be true of Beyblade, and I don't want my stream to get knocked off again. So for that reason, I'm kind of keeping Beyblade off of streams for a while. I still have a lot of the input, a lot of the jokes that you gave, and I think that even without, streaming, it's still going to be a really good YouTube poop. And ultimately, I think that also some of these videos that are just 3 to 5 minutes long, that don't require a ton of, surfing through the episode, you know what I mean? Some of those videos that you want to use as material can sometimes be better for streams because you're concentrating on more finer details more than you are with an episode, because with an episode it's 21 minutes long or so, and so you're not exactly looking at all of the finer details that you can, especially since with anime sometimes you don't really have that many fine details. A lot of the animation, especially for a Saturday morning cartoon like Beyblade or Yu-Gi-Oh! It can be pretty static. So something like this, which is live action, has a lot of things moving on, a lot of moving mouths, a lot of moving parts, it's perfect for that kind of thing. So I got an idea, maybe you could Photoshop the guy in the blue Speedo out with Whammu, the Pillarman from JoJo for a bit. Having somebody more buff with less clothes could be funny. Let me see. I'm not familiar with JoJo, so I'm going to have to search this up. It's Whammu, WHAMMU. Incidentally, the first thing that comes up is a game show, and it autocorrected to the game show Whammy. But let me look at Whammu. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've seen that before. I've seen this character before, so that's who that is. I can do that. Why don't I do that right now since I got it up? So let's open the Firefox. WHAMMU. And let's just put this right here for now. So Whammu, and considering that his pose, it's going to be a little bit later on in the... Yeah, it's right here. The way he's posed, it's not exactly Giga Chad. It's funny, when you initially see him in the shower, you think, oh, this is a tall, muscular man, but yeah, he's got a little bit of a dad bod. He's a little bit of an everyman. He's got some muscles, but he ain't perfect. Okay, more importantly, let's look at some of the images. Like, he's facing this direction. He's facing this direction, so maybe I should have one that is also facing that direction, or rather, let's see how the clip progresses, because I know he gets stuff thrown on him, so he probably starts looking in a different direction. Okay, well, we'll play with this. I'll just keep this off to the side. Alright, how do you edit for YouTube Poop in any other software? I feel like the audio in particular, it takes 5 million years to do a sentence mix. The way the Vegas control in the UI is very different from two other programs. So in a lot of other softwares, I mean, I've only used a couple of softwares aside from Vegas here and there. And Final Cut is one I used, but it was a long, long time ago. I can see where you're coming from when it comes to the audio mixing. So in order to really get good sentence mixing, it's not always about the software that you use. The software can really help, but sometimes it's also about the phonics of the sentence. Like, for example, in a video that I made last year, I was trying to get the word mother to be said. The person speaking did not have a word that did not ever use the letter M, and they were speaking very, very precisely. So if they said the letter M, it would have been perfect. So instead, I opted for the letter N, which it was near indistinguishable. So with phonics, if you know what your long and your short vowel sounds are, if you know what the consonant sounds, which ones are the nasally consonant sounds, what things even sound like in reverse, if you listen to them hard enough, a lot of times you're going to hear some of those little good shortcuts that a lot of great sentence mixers already use. And you just have to have an ear for that. I mean, you don't even have to do some really intensive splicing in order to do that. Sometimes it's just as simple as putting together like really, really strange things. Like, for example, this sentence mix that I heard, like I said from the start, this is a very The Things sentence mix that I'm about to do.
Taking out all the natural. Started taking out all.
So I'm just going to start where I want to start here.
Soap started taking.
I'll just skip to this part here.
Started taking out all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and fast.
So what I mean by some rather simpler sentence mixing, think about something that the Things would do, where she actually makes up her own words, often words that rhyme. So what I'm planning
taking out all the natural ingredients to make
So here's what I'm thinking.
Taking out all the natural ingredients.
There we go. So just taking this
and fast
trimming it down just a bit.
Natural ingredients.
Just like that. And this is what it sounds like in full.
Started taking out all the natural ingredients to make natural ingredients.
And that's what I mean. Like all those little tiny things. They can be done with almost any software, and it's just a matter of having the ear for them, knowing what vowel sounds are similar, knowing what would work with certain words as opposed to other, maybe even cutting out some words for repetitive jokes. Like there are some things that YouTube poop creators do that is, it's so remarkably simple. You don't need to think about all the complexities, the limitations, because really all you need to do is put it in the right spot. So that's the best answer I can give. Like with what I just did right there, I can do this with any software. And it's not something that you have to learn to do, because all I did was copy, paste, and merge. Kind of get what I'm saying? So, my dad's okay. He moved. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, Cyber Cults. Me and my brother. Okay. Me and my brother recently moved to an apartment. Well, I'm glad that you're okay, Cyber Cults. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I remember when you were, telling me about this, and I really have, I'm really glad that you are in a safe spot right now. Which version of Vegas is this? So this is Vegas 16. It's about 2017 or 16, whichever. I don't think it's the year 16. But this is not the most recent version. Far from it, actually. So you'll find a bunch of different editions of Vegas online. Probably ones that will do many, many, many more things that are to your liking, depending on the kind of editor that you want to be. So have fun with some of the free trials, see what works for you, and if you like what you see, go right ahead and use it. And it doesn't even have to be Vegas. I mean, some softwares work better with certain computers. So if you have an Apple, as I understand, Final Cut's going to be your near best option. I don't use an Apple, I don't use a Mac, I use a Windows, and Vegas is something I have been using for years now. So I think that this is just the right software for me. Of course, I know a little bit about every other software, but this just, it fits my mold. Be careful with phonics. Yes, they got me hooked on phonics. I love those commercials. The way that speaking of 90s commercials, the way the weather has been is making me think about that Sears air conditioning commercial. Phonetics, do you mean to say phonemes? No, phonics is a good word. I mean, phonics can, I guess, apply to both of them. I'm just used to phonics. To make factual ingredients. Yeah, it can be done in any software. What I mean is that the UI makes me take way longer to do something simple. Okay, I see. So in other words, you can't just do what I just did. You just alley-ooped it onto this clip right here. Okay. I'm not sure what kind of software that you've used in the past. I know that not everyone is going to be the most intuitive, but there are some that you can always get for free. Like one of the tools that I used for image editing, because Vegas can't do everything, I'll use Photopea, which is an online browser-based image editor. I'm pretty positive that there is an equivalent for video editing, something that's browser-based. And I could be wrong on this. I think that it is based off of Adobe Premiere. Now, I don't know where to look, but I can tell you that there are tons of options that you can try, see what works, and really it doesn't take long to find out whether or not it's going to be the tool for you. Yes, let's joke, for example. A great example of a joke that is so simple that it can be done in almost any software. I got another idea. What if you photoshopped some of the pictures? One of the pictures could be a naughty looking face or something random. So you're referring to the dude here, the face. So So this guy, like, we can probably do a whole bunch of things, especially since this is a scene where he's going to have stuff thrown on him. Like, this is a scene where he says, "Oh, these are scary chemicals," and he throws them onto the guy. And let's just watch so you see what I mean. Let me just expand it so that the whole scene plays here.
Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxin.
I'm pretty sure that's all
but
just
there's good
juice.
news.
Yeah, see? So, all of this, like, there's a good opportunity to change the face. Like, even here, even though you can see it's only showing maybe 3/4 of the face, it can still work as a joke because it, like, even just a smidge would work. I've used Vegas all my life, but it's so antiquated and unstable. I've tried several times to switch to a better software, but they're hard to use. I mean, I get that. I think that, you know, with practice, just about anything is possible. Before I used Vegas, the last video editing software that I used with consistency was Windows Movie Maker from 2007. And that crashed far more than Vegas ever did because it was the Windows Vista version that would not be able to render that wouldn't be able to render things beyond 6 minutes before it had to stop, freeze, and I had to pull it up all over again, and it would freeze again and again and again. I mean, say what you want about some of the, you know, newfangled tools that people are using compared to some of the more classic versions. At least the software holds up a lot better. Vegas, I know, has a reputation for crashing here and there, but there are settings that you can change to make that less frequent. I've had Vegas maybe crash on a stream only, you know, once, twice, and even then I just pop it right open again. No sweat. Actually, phonics isn't a real word. I think it is. I mean, I've heard, like I said, hooked on, well, someone said up there, hooked on phonics. But yeah, you're thinking of either phenome or phonetics. Okay. I'm sorry, it's okay. It's all right. I'm sorry I'm an English student, so I'm an annoying a-hole. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're not annoying. You're not an a-hole. You're perfectly fine. Oh, I meant more pictures on the walls. Oh, you're talking about the rubber ducks, aren't you? Are you talking? Oh, wait. No, you're talking about this little science fair project. Is this camera static? Yes, it is.
And they replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals.
Ooh.
Started taking out all the natural ingredients to make natural ingredients.
Yeah. So, in this scene here, the camera pans. So that means it's going to be harder to replace a lot of these images on this poster board. But in this frame, it's still. So that's going to make it a heck of a lot easier. Now, even with this in the way, he moves it out of the way a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So how long does it last? It lasts, let's see. How long does it last once this is out of the frame?
With chemicals.
I'd say about a second. But the good news is that he actually says, let's see.
With chemicals.
We can return to this. What I'm thinking is, because to your idea, Hercules, if this is what you were thinking, then when we return, like, there could be sentences we end with chemicals. And the poster board images can change each and every time. So we have it as this first, and then we change it to something else the next. Heck, we could even make a, I don't know, a green screen. So let me just see here. Whoops. Wrong button. And that's another thing. I save so much because I've had older versions of Vegas crash on me so much in the past. I had to save everything. Language is my passion. That's good. I mean, I hope you're really good with language. Really, I remember Windows Movie Maker working really well for me. Then I moved to Camtasia for him. Yeah, whoever remembers that one. I remember Camtasia. That was I didn't really see a lot of YouTube poops made with it, but I will say that Windows Movie Maker, I think maybe it was the XP version or maybe a different version. I can tell you that the Windows Vista version of Movie Maker, at least for me, did not work. And maybe the reason is because I was using a computer that had XP initially, and then I converted it to Windows Vista, which is one of the worst mistakes I ever made because Vista sucked. It really did. I don't even think people remember it. I mean, think about it this way. Windows version 8 and the 8.1 are remembered more fondly than Vista, and I rarely ever hear about those versions. What's going on, Cat? What's going on, Mikey B? How's everything going? Hope you're having a great night. Make that guy with long blonde hair head the King CDI. Yeah, we're gonna be making some. We're gonna be making a lot of King jokes, some references. We're definitely gonna be doing that. Yeah, I like that. Yes, the with chemicals thing. Yeah, I agree. It could be a really good running gag. This is a fresh new account, so I'm planning to make a YouTube poop with Movie Maker once I'm done with college. Nice, excellent. I didn't even know that there were more versions of Movie Maker. I don't even think my computer has Movie Maker, and I got this computer in 2019. This is Windows 10 that my computer has. If there's a version of, like, I didn't see it initially, at least. Let me just do a quick hunt for that. Is there actually Windows Movie Maker on this? It would probably be in the Windows section. Windows accessory, no. Oh wait, no, there is. Oh wait, no, that's media player. Never mind. Well, I do remember something similar to Movie Maker being on this computer, but it was more for collages and just in general putting music to images. It really couldn't be used for great YouTube poops or even YouTube poops at all unless you really tried as hard as you can to get creative with some of the transitions and make them quick. It wasn't a lot that you could do with it. I lucked out when I got a Vista gaming machine because I was in grad school and the college sold Windows 7 Ultimate CDs with keys for $10. That is nice. Oh wow, that is really nice. Man. Well, if your gaming machine worked despite it being Vista, that's fantastic. Because, you know, over time, I really regretted not keeping XP. You gotta download the old version from Vista. Okay. So maybe what it is that the version of Vista that you're downloading is a version that had all of its kinks worked out. Because back in 2007 and part of 2008, it was just unusable. I mean, I remember running into all sorts of problems with my first 4 YouTube poops, which were, again, they were just CDI YouTube poops, 2007, all its glory. Not the best, but nonetheless, I remember running into all sorts of problems, even with a 3-minute video. And then I tried making the top 100, and the top 100, of course, those videos had to be longer, and the longer the video, the more likely it was to stop on me, in spite of the fact that it was pretty much just a clip show, not a whole lot of fancy-dancy editing there. 3D Movie Maker. Oh, 3D Movie Maker. 3D Movie Maker. I wonder... You know, if there is a if it's called 3D Movie Maker, no wonder I missed it, because nowadays it was like 3D Paint. No, it's not on my computer. Oh well. So maybe it's just on some versions or not others, or maybe it's on, I don't know, Windows 11. Another idea: when he puts that pointer stick under his arm, make blood splurt. Oh, like he stabbed himself accidentally. Let's see if how does he put it under his arm? Oh man, it would work if he didn't put it directly under his armpit. Maybe there is something I can still do here. Can I do something? Well, maybe there... No. There might be still something I can do. Maybe during a time where he's got his hands beneath the frame, a sudden cut to the pointer being in. So let me just check this out. There might be a way, still might be a way to make this work. If I were to just get rid of this part right here. So, right here. Yeah. So right here, okay.
With chemical.
So essentially remove the chemicals part. So it's a sudden transition to the pointer being lodged through his chest. Does this image last? That's going to be tough. That's going to be too tough to pull off and make it look convincing. It's alright. I was like 10 when I started, so this was like 2011. I don't remember running into any issues like that, but hey, who knows? Maybe a laptop was busted. Maybe. I mean, like I said, maybe what it is that Microsoft worked out all the kinks in their versions of Movie Maker from there on forward. Because, holy smokes, on Vista, it was just a prevalent problem. 3D Movie Maker, it was a thing of the 90s. Well, they have 3D Paint, so I hope they bring back some version of 3D Movie Maker, or maybe at least some kind of Microsoft free video editing software that maybe is as competent as a lesser or older version of Sony Vegas. That would be pretty cool to see. And even if it's not feature packed, it would work. Alright, so let's go back here. I love this.
Started taking out all the natural ingredients to make natural ingredients to make fat.
Let's just get rid of this a little bit, and then just a fine tuner at heart
to make natural ingredients.
All right, so let's go to
production cheaper.
Let's go back here. Let's watch.
They replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate.
So we have the names of chemicals coming up right here.
Sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxin. But there's
so
dioxin.
Okay. Dioxin. Is that like an isotope from? I don't know. Where are you from? I'm from the beautiful state of New Jersey, baby. New Jersey.
Sodium lauryl sulfate.
Okay, so I'm thinking that we just do some very simple sentence mixes here. Yeah, socium lolium. Maybe. I mean, we've got a whole bunch. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Galestrom? Welcome to the stream, my man. Maybe change the first color chemical to that. Absolutely. I mean, we've got, like, look how simple we can be.
Sodium lauryl.
Like, we can just make sodium lauryl sodium. And keep in mind, even though he only lists 3 chemicals here, we can just do an infinite number of chemicals. Just have them continually being splashed on the guy. Right, sodium chloride. Yeah. Now, what I'm wondering, and my wife is probably going to be able to answer this question a lot better. Sodium lauryl sulfate. Sodium, salt, sulfate. Of course, it's a sulfur. I'm wondering what that is, but I know that some things in all soaps are going to be not exactly the best for humans on their own. Like lye, for example. Lye goes into soap, so I wonder if, whatever.
Sodium lauryl.
So he's holding his S's.
Sodium.
He's holding his S's a lot. Instead of saying sodium lauryl sulfate, he's saying sodium lauryl sulfate. So that gives us a good opportunity to bleed a lot of these words over and over again. We can make the socium lolium.
Sodium lauryl sodium. Sodium lauryl sodium.
And now let's make our sodium lolium. I still can't get over the fact that there's just bugle playing in the background for no apparent reason.
Sodium. Sodium.
Let's get this as close as we can to sodium.
Sodium. Sodium laurel. Sodium.
He is just right to sentence mix. He holds his consonants in the way that I love.
Sodium. Sodium.
Can you sentence mix sodium chloride and insert the audio over the Jimmy Neutron scene? Let's see what we have. What plays to the rest?
Sulfate. Parabens. And dioxin.
I think it would be a good idea. Maybe let's see what we do with the initial sentence mixing first. Let me write that down. Insert Jimmy Neutron sodium chloride clip. Remember when that was a big meme way back when? It was just a really weird show. Like back in the 2000s, everything had to be computer effects. Even the movies just had so many unnecessary computer effects. In fact, so I don't know how many of you read James Patterson novels, but there was an adaptation of one of his more famous ones called Along Came a Spider. Morgan Freeman played Alex Cross, and in the opening where there's a car crash, it's some incredibly terrible CGI to make that effect look they did not make anything special effects wise look convincing in that. And then of course you have The Rock's appearance in The Scorpion King. I think it was The Scorpion King, where he actually comes out, it's all CG, but it's all terrible CG. Like, so many things in the 2000s had to be computer animated, and then even the cartoons, like Jimmy Neutron's one, and Jimmy Neutron may be one of the better ones, but you also had shows like, I wonder if you remember this one from the old Nickelodeon days, Butt Ugly Martians. If you remember Butt Ugly Martians, that was the epitome. That was the epitome of terrible 3D animation. Oh man, it's commercial. It needs to assault all your senses at once. Yes. What a coincidence! My Dr. Swatch package just arrived yesterday. Trying them out for the first time. Tell me about them. I'm curious. I actually do love shopping for soaps. I mean, very often I go to like a place like Bath and Body Works because we get coupons in the mail. But recently I just got this bar soap from a farm that produces its own, and I love it when they produce their own soaps. It looks so good. So, I mean, I would much prefer bar soap anyways, but it looks really good. I'll say this, the Dr. Squatch product does look nice, and it does look like it works. It smells nice, everything. I just wonder how much different it is from just local soaps that you can get from even a farmer's market. But yeah, if it's great, let me know how it is. Fartsmone, welcome! Do you know about Homestar Runner? Dang right I know about Homestar Runner. I've used him in a couple of my YouTube poops. I'm a avid fan of the Telltale game series. I loved watching all of the Speemails, yes. Maybe instead of dioxin, yeah, I think you read my mind, Hercules. He just says dye in the last chemical. Yeah, you read my mind big time. You read my mind. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can do something with that right now since it's fresh on the mind. Now let's go straight to our backup plus. I have a YTP folder where I keep all of the CDI clips, and what I want here is, let's see, for the word die, which die do I want? There are two dies. One is Wand of Gamelon, the other is Faces of Evil. In Faces of Evil, it's a lot less, angry. I think I'm going to go with Faces of Evil. Is this the right clip? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Is this the one I want? Oh wait, no, this is not. No, this is not the right one. Oh man, that meme is still funny. Fight me. It's. I've seen some variations on it. Some really funny variations. I'd say it's still funny. Reboot. Jimmy Neutron was one of the first ones, so fair. I'd also go overboard with computer effects. It was one of the first ones. It was also heavily marketed on Nickelodeon because they premiered the show using a feature-length film, which was nominated for an Academy Award. I mean, it was good for a kids' movie. I mean, but I'll say this, the show was actually really well animated despite it being very clearly early computer animation. I mean, the movements, I think, were what saved it. I mean, you didn't have a lot of great shading. You didn't have a lot of great textures throughout the show, but it moved. It bounced like traditional animation that's funny would. So I think it would still hold up if someone watched it because of the quality of the animation. It's kind of like in the older, like early Looney Tunes, even though the animation may have been good for its time, what really sells it is all of the ways that animation is used to its fullest effect. The poses, the way that they make characters pop and bounce. Like, so many different little things that it's very clear that the animators behind the show studied and implemented to great effect. So, in that case, I mean, yeah, if you haven't seen the show, like maybe watch an episode or two. It's, you know, like I said, you might get a laugh or two. I think you'll enjoy it nonetheless. All right, or sentence mix chloroform. I think no matter what, I would need to get some kind of KLO. There needs to be a long O sound. R, just a regular R, no vowels. I don't need to care about a vowel because an R can be pretty flexible. F is going to be the hardest one because with an F sound, I need a long O sound that come after the F, because if I try to get, unless he's really flexing that F, maybe I can pull it off. It's going to be a really interesting one. Just laugh to imagine him saying die in every ingredient after saying a few names you hear him. Actually, it would be pretty funny to have him say die every time. Let's see. Here we go. Faces of Evil. I'll just grab both. If we're going to make him do it again and again and again, having different dies in the picture would really work. Oh, wait. This is Faces of Evil. So, I need Wand of Gamelon, too. Wand of Gamelon. Perfect. Yeah, of course it wasn't found because there's no file called W. Here we go. All Wand of Gamelons. Okay, let's just stick because I need the end. It's when Ganon says die. He always says die in the second or third to last cutscenes or something. Let's plop them right here and then just grab the parts that we need.
It's too dark to see again.
Me.
Die.
There, you must
Here we go.
die.
We're gonna be speeding up these dies here. Let's grab the other die.
You will
Yeah. Having a mix of the two.
die.
And for the explosion sound effect, we have to use the CDI thunder coming out of the hands effect, which is right after this part. Let me cut this and just put it right over here. Right here's what I want. This is where it all takes place. Oh man. The Sheen show had better textures and models and still looked worse. I didn't even know that there was a Sheen show until recently. I had stopped kind of following Nickelodeon because it was getting to the point where I was outgrowing everything. And also, I didn't really click with the newer seasons of SpongeBob. More specifically, the seasons of SpongeBob that came after the movie. So, the Sheen show, I didn't really see a whole lot of. Yeah. let's see here. I want to sentence mix some stuff. Let's make some stuff. Some stuff.
Sulfate.
Okay, let's just get a...
Die!
Let's get a montage of sorts.
Die! Die! Die!
Let's see.
Die! 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 Die!
Might need to make this slightly louder. So I'm going to give it an audio channel all its own and increase decibels.
Die!
There we go. So we'll have this ready for when we get to it. So for now, what we're going to do to preface this, like the dye scenes, is we're just going to try and make up as many wacky chemicals as we can.
Sodium.
Let's go back to sodium lolliate.
Sodium. Sodium. Sodium.
Let's see if we can get our target sentence mix here.
So
We'll just do a simple forward reverse here. We'll probably just bleed this in.
So
I actually wonder if it would just be easier to not reverse it, just use the existing long S sounds here.
so
Let's see what we get.
Sodium. Sodium.
I think it may be reversing the S's at the least. Okay, let's see what we get.
Sodium. Sodium. Sodium.
Well, now it sounds like sussy.
Sodium. Sodium.
It's not that bad.
Sodium.
And let's get the lead in for the lolliate. And the lull is something good that's going to be really quick. Sodium dioctoroc. Actually, ooh. Man. Having the CDI characters contribute their voices to a made-up chemical would be a great idea.
Sodium. Sodium.
Let's see what we get here.
Lauryl sulfate. Fake.
Lolliate. I think...
Lauryl sulfate. Sodium. Sodium.
Let's see if we can get something that sounds close to what we want here. Socium lollium. Maybe we can make socium lolliate.
Sodium. Sodium. Sodium.
What happens if we stretch this out?
Sodium.
Socium lollium.
Sodium.
That sounds good. I like socium lollium. And keep in mind, we're just going to have all of these chemicals. We'll work on the chemicals being thrown after the fact. So
Sodium lauryl. Sodium. Lolium.
Yeah, let's get this.
Sulfate.
Fate. Okay. Moving back to... Let's just clear these out. Among Us reference. I want to... Let's see. As nice it would, as tempting as it is to make an Among Us reference, I just want to keep it sussium.
And they replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like Sodium lauryl sulfate. Parabens.
Let's see.
Sodium lauryl.
Oh, I got it. Let's just do soap. They replaced the soap with soap.
With chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl paraben.
He's got a very... Look, he's punching the P's. You can hear it. It's almost like instead of p, he's p. And I've got my guard here, so I'm hoping you heard that. We need rupee disulfate with more shoe contributing with rupee. Man, there are so many opportunities for the CDI characters to pitch into this. Let's see. Let's do... It's ending with a very clear D sound. Let's see if I can make the P more pronounced. Okay. Kill. Reverse. No. Should not have reversed that. Okay. Yeah. The P is punchy, but it's almost too punchy.
Let's
see what we got. Maybe parrots could be another option that we do here. Parrots. Problem is that the P sounds closer to a B when you isolate it. Now, the visual gags you could do with him having a random substance on him from his screen. Yeah. Oh, God. I know where you're going with this, Galstrom. I have thought about that, and I almost... It's going to be the ultimate sacrifice, I'll tell you that right now. It is going to be the ultimate sacrifice. Let's see. If I can just get a P sound, an actual ending P sound.
Sodium lauryl sulfate. Parabens.
Parabens.
And dioxane.
Okay. Let's see. I'll keep the P off to the side. I know we can pull a P from almost anywhere. Oh, wait. Let's keep that P for something else. I have another idea.
Paraben.
Let's just get rid of parabens here. I don't need the arabens here. Arab. Oh, God. Dare I sentence mix the word Arabs? I need to think of something funny to do with that. Okay, let's just... Let me go back on that. Pull the parabens again to get a better sounding P, because I stretched or squeezed that P sound. Here's what I'm thinking. I make Pope. So we have soap, we have Pope. Yeah, sounds kind of like it. You can add Mario theme using the trumpet. Oh man, that trumpet! Look! It's like a army bugle. What is the point of that bugle? Is it just to fill in the background noise? Maybe you can say parrots and he throws a bird. Yeah, that's... I kind of had a similar thought, so let's see.
Paraben.
Let's add parrots to that.
Paraben.
We need a T sound. Or an it sound. because the in, it's a very weak, soft I sound. Listen, you can barely hear this.
Ben.
And this is because the emphasis is on the para. With the word parrot, you wouldn't have the it at the end be so de-emphasized. So we need that it sound. And I know that he says the word it. So we'll get the word it, we'll add it, that will complete the word parrot. Let me just write this down so I know. Add it to para for parrot. Cool part is I think that, you know, with the parrots joke, if we manage to find some parrots that we can throw at him, I think a Gilbert Gottfried cameo can work. The 8 in sulfate might suffice. Let's try it. Let's listen to that 8.
Sodium lauryl sulfate.
It's close, but it's close. Let's see. You've got the sound of that liquid hitting him, and then you have that. It isn't it sound. He's not saying 8 as much as it, but it's still soft. Let's see how it sounds. If we could get the parrot sound.
Parrot.
Bleed it.
Parrot.
It's still weak. It needs a C. It needs an it. It needs a very strong it. Maybe from a word he says that like bit or zit or I don't know, tit. He probably won't say tit. If he does say that, I can maybe, I don't know.
Sodium lauryl sulfate.
Okay, let me just take another sip. Keep it going.
Parabens.
Oh wait, does he?
Parabens.
No, he doesn't. Okay, darn it.
And dioxane.
All right.
But there's good news. We.
Okay. Let's see here. This is where that whole sequence of chemicals ends. So let's pull the dies over here. See if we can start incorporating our friendly neighborhood CDI. If you can find a transparent background of a swarm of bees, you can nonchalantly say bees and have them animate out of the beaker and off the screen. Yeah, maybe, because there is, I think I know where you're coming from on this, because you've got this scene right here. Let me just go over here where he empties the chemicals in his head. Maybe that scene from, what was that movie, The Wicker Man, where Nicolas Cage has that bee thing that his head is in. Let me write that down. Put Wicker Man, bee head, cage in. You know, I have context. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's get our CDIs in there. I think I can make some CDI stuff. So, looking at, let's see, sodium dioctorock. So, for that, I would need to explore the Faces of Evil again. Let's pull the Faces of Evil back in. And we're going to just expand it to... Just going to have it expand to the entire clip. So we want the beginning and the end of the CDI Faces of Evils. Here we go. Right about here. I think more shoe is a good thing to add. And right there. Awesome. Alright. Get the Ganon scenes in there. Let's get all of that good Ganon goodness. Right there. So let's see what we can drum up with our our CDI people.
Gee, it sure is.
So one of the ideas was sodium dioctorock. Just to know not that he's fading off the screen as he moves on, not caring. Okay, man, this is just going to be a fun one. All right. So we have to make the word sodium somehow. Which CDI character is most likely to get a great sodium sentence mix?
Gee, it sure is boring around.
We have boring. Or borum.
Around here.
My boy,
Boring.
this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
4. His 4 is...
For?
The O bleeds into an R, so that wouldn't work.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
Maybe Guanum. Let's see what Guanum's got.
Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have seized the island of
Korodai. So, Guanum's voice actor has a very... So, he doesn't bleed the R with the O until the very last second. So, we could make sodium. So, S into the O in Korodai. Ganon and his minions have seized. Yeah, seized. And even if it's not a long I sound, if it's a soft I sound, minions. The N wouldn't bleed too much. I can probably do something with that. So that's so D, or yeah, so D. Now we need an We need an sound.
Korodai.
Let me listen to this one more time.
Ganon and his minions.
Ganon and his minions. Well, the M is elongated, so that's the ending. Guanum says Coridian at one point, which sounds like it could be a chemical. Oh my god, I just noticed his face. Oh my god. I have to save that. Is it still present on best? Yes, it is. Oh my god. Let me just put it on best real quick. I need to see this again. Oh my god. This is a face I've never seen Guanum make before. Alright, I'm just saving it for the sake of it. Alright. Is that the wizard's name, Guanum? Yeah, apparently it's Guanum according to the... I think it was from the instruction book from Faces of Evil. So, in the YouTube poop world, he was originally called Squadala Man because... Or just Squadala because of that ever so catchy quote. But his actual name is Guanum, and it's just clung. Just like how the king is actually King Harkinian or something like that. I just call him the king because he's never revealed as what his actual name, like King Harkinian, King George. It's just the king. The king of what? Yeah, that is a cursed frame, alright. Any more shoe lines? Possibly. We'll listen to more shoe as well. Yeah, oh my gosh, you never knew his name. That's alright, that's alright. I mean, the thing is that he doesn't say it in the game. Like, the king and Guanum, their names are never explicitly stated in the games. Impa's is stated in the Wand of Gamelon. Of course, Ganon's is, but, you know, if you were watching this, you would wonder, well, who the heck are these guys? Oops. Let's go right back to that.
Minions have seized the island of Korodai.
Ooh, the dying Korodai. Good point. So that would make a good dioxide, but I'm thinking sodium here.
How can we help?
Okay, this is his second line.
It is written, only Link can defeat Ganon.
Nothing there.
Great! I'll grab my stuff.
There is no time.
There's an elongated M sound, but we already have one of those.
Your sword is enough. 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 Enough.
It's a short U sound, but it's a very quick, it's snappy. I need to hear more. Maybe off in Squadala we're off.
Squadala, we are off.
No.
Wow. What
These
are all
are the
those
faces
heads?
of evil. You must. Okay, must.
These are the faces
Of
of
evil.
You must.
Okay.
Must.
He says must. What happens if we reverse it? Just reverse. Isolate. Let's see how it sounds. Not quite.
Conquer each.
I guess I'd better get.
I think actually there might be another opportunity coming up. Sword and evil.
Get going.
We're looking for a UM sound, and I think that there's one coming up with the map.
Here is the map. 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 The map.
I can see that. I can hear that actually working. Sodium. Yeah. That works. So we're not going to have Guanum say the whole thing. Maybe he'll say the first part. Another CDI character says the second part, and the third. Maybe a fourth makes the third. Or the third word. So let's grab what we can. So this is just reminding me of Your Majesty, you must die. Yeah. What is spaghetti? The classic. That was one of my favorite moments from that YouTube poop. It was the very first line. And then he just zooms off in reverse.
I'll grab my stuff.
Okay, so going over it. Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have... Okay, let's grab some. So... Okay. Oh, man. I was going through all of the Guanum lines in my head. I should have just poked them out. Okay, well, while it's fresh on the topic, let's listen to Morshu. Morshu is going to be harder because he only has so many lines. And in addition to that, I don't know if it's just the voice actor or the words themselves, but sentence mixing with Morshu is really tricky. One of the earliest YouTube clips I ever saw, forgot which one, but it got me good. It's What is Spaghetti by Jeff Lindblom.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours. Yours, my friend. As long as you have enough rubies. Have enough rubies.
And then
Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Come back. Come back. Come back.
So we have an
Come back when you're a little.
and we have rope.
Want it? Lamp oil, rope.
So we have an S. We can pull an S into this. So sodium can also be a Morshu line.
Bomb.
Maybe if it has a DI.
Bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long
Lamp oil.
as you have enough rubies.
Yeah, I think credit would be good.
Credit.
I just realized this would also be a good sentence mix for Reddit.
Credit.
I have no idea what I can apply this to, but it's fun. I'll keep this in the back of my head. So,
Come back.
so,
Give credit.
but the D sound is very muted, and like I said, sentence mixing with Morshu is really hard.
Come back.
It's almost like almost every other word or every other sound is so low in decibels.
Back when you're a little. Come back when you're a little richer. Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Give.
Why does Morshu give a ruby? He doesn't really.
It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
I think he's just showing Link and the player what a ruby looks like, so that they know that they've been collecting them. What they've been collecting is the currency for his shop. So I think our best chance is going to come from Guanum here.
The map. The map.
So we want to sentence Mixodium first.
Only link. Only.
I think this is the best, because sodium, when you say it, the emphasis is on the O sound that starts. So Guanum's only is a really good start. Here's a random idea that might work. The king says, scrub all the floors in Hyrule. Maybe you can have long hair guy in the ad with the king's face and soap saying scrub. Oh, yeah, that's true. Shoot. Good catch, Hercules. Soap. Oh, wait. Scrub all the floors. You know, what's interesting is that, let me just pivot off of this for a sec. If you look at the king, like, just look at his head. You have the, I don't know, tiara, something that goes around his head. You have the attire, of course. That's the only thing that really separates him, as you've pointed out, from someone like him. You can put the tiara on him. You can give him the clothing. And you have the king. I mean, I hate to say this, but maybe a more Deadringer king than Jimmy D? Hard to say. The stream is defaulting to 144p. Okay, thanks for the heads up on that. So maybe what it is there is, let's see, if it's defaulting to 144p, the output still needs some work. Keep me let's see, keep me on taps. Find out, let me know if it fixes itself or not. Thanks for letting me know, Cyber.
Only link can do.
So we need to get the only.
Only.
Especially since the Li, if we replace that L sound, that makes it easier to craft sodium.
Only.
So let's get this split, separated.
Only link
And we need a D sound.
around here.
My boy, this
Let's go back.
And of corridor. Ganon and his minions have seized the
Yes, D.
eye.
He doesn't say the, he says D. As, like when you say the word the, sometimes you say duh. When you say the, you say D.
The eye.
This is great. This is great. So we have our D sound. Now, so we need an S to start. Ganon has seized the... Ooh.
Seized the. Seized. Have seized. Seized.
I think that the stream buffering might just be... I think it's only on my end. If anyone else is having their stream only at 144p, let me know. Because on my OBS, it doesn't show any difference in quality. It's not like I can move back and forth. It's still updating. Actually, the lags that have typically, plagued my preview window here have not been showing up as much. So, whatever the case, I think that hard wiring at least is helping. I hope that it's providing a lot more of a stable solution. Dropping frames. Okay. So it's dropping frames. Eesh. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Okay. We'll work with what we got. Just keep me posted on if it drops a ton, because I want to make sure that it's not just you. I mean, if it is just you, then I guess it's. I guess we'll figure it out. And stuck buffering. Okay. Gonna have to look into what is causing that at the least. But All right, let's focus on this. Sodium.
Seized
Definitely getting buffering. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
the island of Paradise.
Okay, let's get these 4 pieces. Catpan, you're the goat. What's going on, Rye? Welcome to the stream, Rye. Glad you can make it. All right, let's see here. Let's cut these and begin crafting our sodium. Yeah, you're like 1 frames for 5 seconds moment. Was it open YouTube that caused this usually? No, so what it is, typically when I have something running like this, I mean, I think what it is that Vegas is using a lot of both CPU and the video card. So that might be contributing. It's a very, very needy software, to say the least. And then I've got OBS here. I've tried to minimize things to as much as I can. So I don't have any web browser. I don't even have like a VPN going on in the background. And I'm trying to keep as much, trying to keep my setup as simple as possible. I think it's just the limitations of, unfortunately, what I've got here. But I'm going to keep going. I think it will eventually fix itself. And if it does, that's great. So let's focus on the sodium. And like 1 frame per 5 seconds. Yeesh. It's weird because I'm doing all right. I mean, all OBS has to do is broadcast it. And I've got the hard line. Hard line should be fine, but whatever the case.
Only,
Okay, let's get this started.
only,
So this only, it's ONL. And I'm gonna just see if I can fine tune this. Firefox looks open. Oh, it is open. Though I'm back to normal now. Okay, good. Yeah, so it was just a little spell. All right. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Firefox being open. I just try to keep as many windows off as possible. But Firefox is really, like with Chrome, with Edge, I know they take up a ton of CPU at a time, so I try to use Firefox as often as I can. Many Colored Journal, welcome. It says I'm not a participant. Can you guys read this? And I can read this. I can read this just fine. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yes, perfect. All right, great. So whatever was going on, it must have been just a short spell or something. Maybe I ought to look into a new motor router or something like that. Yeah, welcome. Yes, hello, dearies. So we are making guanum say sodium. We're going to try and have the CDI characters say some chemical sounding chemicals. So let's see. So this is, let's see. Let me just get rid of this part. So this is very patchwork. If I didn't tell you that he was saying sodium, you might have a hard time understanding what he is saying here. Let's see how it sounds when I fine-tune it. Sometimes giving some spacing makes it sound better and identifies the areas where you really do need to work. If I elongate, if I continue this, I think that maybe an extra to the sound will help. Because if I take this and just say It does sound like sodi, and it's a great start to the word sodi. But this just goes straight to the sound. It's not producing the short U sound like you want from a word like umbrella. So we're going to have to hunt for a short U sound.
Guess I'd better get going.
Yep.
Here is map. Where do you wish to go?
So he has many lines outside of these. Let's see if we can pull something from here. So Diam, yes. I think that, that's a good opportunity to, yeah, we're going to be making Ganon say die a lot in this clip, and I think that this is that's a great idea, Mini Color Journal, having him say so Diam.
Yours, my friend.
Okay, let's see. Let's go to Guanum and see if we can... Let's go to his end clip. I know his end clip by heart.
You did not.
Well done.
Done. Yes. Yes. Lei Hawakwe. I hope I'm saying... Yes, he says it with come, and he says it with dumb. So I'm going to say... Oh man, which one would work? Good call out, Galestrom. And welcome to the stream, Lei. I hope I'm saying it right. I really do. But yes, we're going to try and get as much sodium in here as possible.
Done. Done.
In fact, I said earlier in the stream that the N, properly, if you do it properly, an N sound can sound like an M sound and vice versa. This is one of those cases. Listen, if you listen very close, if you listen to this, the end of this sentence, like the end of this word rather, if you didn't know that he was saying the word done, you wouldn't be able to tell whether it was an N or an M sound. So I'll pull this down, and then we have the word come.
Harmony. Come.
Ooh, this is going to be close. Which one works better? Which one works better? Let's see. We're going to have to put these to the test. Maybe for a change, Morsher could say, it's yours, my enemy. Maybe. I'd say save the cum for the white shifted beaker throat. Maybe. Oh, man. All right, let's go. Where did I start? There it is. There's the CDI. So we have... I think... So with this, I would definitely need to bleed it into this existing M sound. The M is stronger here. I think I like the come here. Let's see how this sounds. I just have a feeling this is going to be a lot better. Let me shorten this. Sodium. Let's just try one last thing. A little fine tuning never hurt. Lie, thank you, Lie. And now let's get rid of this so that we have a little more freedom with how we can space these. This sounds like sodium to me. Okay. And now to make the die, I think that journal, your die would be a really good thing to use here. Sodium dye or something. And then dioxide. Let's get rid of these. We'll revisit guanum a little bit later. Let's grab Ganon.
From Ganon.
Now, do we want dye from Faces of Evil or dye from Wand of Gamelon? Maybe he could say sodium when then seeing something off-putting. So maybe move the pitch of the and make it longer. Sodium. Well, it doesn't click. Well, maybe. So using the sodium and then seeing something off-putting, like seeing something that would really get in his nerves. I'll give that some thought. I'm not sure how we can work that in. It's okay. My name is kind of a patchwork mess. No worries. My name is my name is Patchinette.
You did not.
All right.
Join me, Link. Join.
Wand of Gamelon. Okay, so Wand of Gamelon. Let's grab our Wand of Gamelon sample. Let's see. All Link, Faces of Evil, all Zelda, Wand of Gamelon. Again, it only appears, well, not only appears, but he appears toward the end.
Oh dear.
Impa has a really good odium right there, but
Dare bring light to my...
so let me just take another sip of this. So we'll just get Ganon to say die here.
And there, you must die. Die.
So we'll have Ganon say die and Link say oxide, because Link says Octorok. That's a perfect opening for that.
Die.
Now this die is very long. See if we can
Die.
see
Die.
maybe a little shorter.
Die. Die.
See what it sounds like so far.
Sodium.
Die.
I'm gonna keep the Faces of Evil die at hand, just in
That
case.
will make your face the
Greatest
greatest
in
in
Korodai.
Korodai. Or else you
You
will
will
die. Die.
Cut that. Yeah, maybe reference OMFAK. OMFAK. Why does this sound like an acronym that I should know?
Die.
Yeah, this die sounds like it would be a better opening for dioxide.
Die.
So let's get oxide. So oxide, Octorok comes from Faces of Evil. So let's go to the beginning and pull it in. Oh, of course, fuck. It's not an acronym. It's an enemy boss.
Zelda, Duke Onklet.
Okay. Octorok.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Oh boy, I'm so hungry I could eat an octo.
So we have Ock, and now we need an S sound. We need an S. So we can use the Faces of Evil, because this is Link. So we've got Faces of Evil and Wand of Gamelon to work with. Oh dear, fuck, is guarding the shrine. Let's see. If we can reference fuck, well, like maybe there's a way. Okay, whatever I see, I shall devour. I don't know of a way immediately to make fuck join the phrase, so to say. Let's see what we can do with what we've already got on our plate first. So we have to make oxide. So let's go to our clips. Send link info. So Link says I'm.
What's for dinner?
Oh boy,
So we can replace the M sound with a D sound. That's one idea. So it's.
I'm so hungry, I could
This I is too short to use, so let's go for.
eat an octorok.
See what else we got. Yeah, that old Ganon is no match for the king. Now let's see. Does the Dodongo line work?
Find my father.
Great, I can.
No, it doesn't. The I is, again, too quick. So when he says I'm, it's longer. When he says I, it's shorter. Is this still the YouTube proof source from last week? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're just trying to get the CDI characters to say the names of some chemicals, made up or otherwise.
Can't wait to bomb some Dodongos.
Okay, so Link goes missing, and then we can cut to the end of... Let's see. In the end, Link only has 2 lines. What happened and great. So in the beginning of Faces of Evil... It sure is boring around here. I just wonder what Ganon's up to. The I sound here.
Ganon's.
Boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
I just.
No, it's too. So this I is has too much emphasis from the start. A word like I'm is perfect. So far what we just pulled seems to be better. And there's that face again. I just made it unintentionally for the 2nd time in a row. Okay. How could we help? Great. I'll grab. So he's saying this not with an I sound, but with a short A sound. So when you say the word I'll, it's meant to be like A-I-S-L-E. There's meant to be a hint of an A, but almost always we say it all instead of I'll. So and that's what he's doing here. So this would not be viable. Oh, Dodongo could be a chemical. Ooh. We can work Dodongo into there somehow.
I'll grab my stuff.
My is too short. How about Kiss for Luck? No. Wow, what are all those heads? Yes, let's see.
Each. I guess I'd better get.
Yeah, I think that what we pulled is really good. So let's do that. Which Ace Attorney game of 4 to 6 are you most interested? Are you talking about the Apollo Justice series? If so, I actually have not played any of the Apollo Justice games yet. I don't even know which game correlates to which characters. I think... Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Are all of the Apollo Justice games 2... Yeah, I think they're meant like 2D animated, or at least 2D graphics, just like in the Ace Attorney series. It's just that the quality of the animation and the graphics are a lot better. But which one am I most interested in? I can't tell you. Honestly, I guess by default I'd be interested in the first one to see what it's all about. So, and let's see. Take one more sip of this. I do know how some of the characters look and how some of them are animated. There's a channel on YouTube that makes objection lol style videos and objection.lol style videos called French Baguette Intelligence, where a lot of the characters that they use are pulled from the series in general. Be right back, everyone. Time for dinner. Well, you have a great dinner, Hercules. Okay, let's get to work on these audio clips. So we need an S sound here. Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice are 3D. Oh, okay. So I guess the first one then, because the first one has some really cool 2D sprites that look really nice. Eating dinner right now. I hope you're enjoying dinner. What you having? What you having for dinner?
Map.
Let's see.
Ganon's up to.
Which character design are you most interested in? So I might as well show you. So let me pull this up so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. And by the way, this is a really, really, really cool YouTube channel. If you're into the Phoenix Wright series, I'll just show you what it is. So loading. French baguette intelligence. This channel really has some nice I guess that of all the games, I mean, I'm out for the night. Always a pleasure to see you work. Thank you so much, Gailstrom. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks so much for joining, my man. Pasta and meatball, so fitting for a YouTube creation. That's weird. Didn't type. Why didn't it type? French baguette intelligence. Yeah, so this channel has some really, really good videos. Like, I am serious. You don't even have to be a fan of the Phoenix Wright series to really enjoy them. So, which character would I be interested in the most? I guess the... So, I don't know if you can see them right here. Actually, maybe there's a better thumbnail where you can see them. So, you can kind of see her here. Let me just see if I can pop this open and I'll just... Yeah. Hello, Advanced Mammals. So, she also has like a key in her hair. That's the character I'm most curious about. In this series, she's called Cleophebes, but I'm sure she's got a real name, obviously. So that's what I'm interested in. Is fitting LOL, I didn't think of that. So yeah, to answer your question, Mini Color Journal, there's this girl that has like a key in her hair. I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to know who, or rather what her gifts are, if she has gifts, because I know like in the original series, Maya has her gifts of channeling. I'm guessing that this character is much of the same, but I'm really interested in knowing what her story is like. So, alright, kind of returning to this, we need to get an S sound so that we can accompany the awk and make it a side.
Your Majesty.
And it's got to come from Link. I feel like it does have to.
It sure is boring around here.
Kay Faraday? Yeah, I guess that is. Yeah, I think actually, yeah, that is Kay Faraday.
My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
I just wonder what Ganon's up.
Okay.
What?
Oh wait, I think it's gonna come from. It'll be a lot better coming from stuff.
Grab my stuff.
Yeah, it's a longer S sound, so it's perfect. I haven't played Investigations 1, don't worry. Okay. Okay, moving over here. Alright.
Die. Die.
Here we go. Maybe S from just saved. Maybe, but I think stuff. Let's see how stuff is first. And here's the troublesome part already. Actually, it's not as troublesome. We just gotta get that M out of there. So So let's get that M out. Let's replace it with a D sound. We need a D sound. I think that's also best coming from Link. If we can't find it from Link, we could just use different characters' D sound because the consonant sounds are extremely versatile.
I guess I'd better get going.
Here is the map. Okay.
My boy, this piece is what all.
I just wonder. Okay, gee, it sure is boring around here. My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for. I just wonder what Ganon's up to. Great Majesty.
Stuff. There.
Kidding.
How about a kiss for luck? What are all those? Alright. Finally, it's a turning question tonight. What is the highest and lowest rating you give to a case from the trilogy? Highest is last case from the... I feel like I've had this question before. Why do I don't know. Last case from the second game. Lowest is maybe... I guess the circus case from the second game. So yeah, both the best and the worst are from the second game. Unless we're counting the one that was an add-on to the DS version of the first game.
Are the faces of
I guess I'd better get going.
Not
I just saved you from guess death.
into the pit.
Link. Ganon is once again imprisoned.
Okay.
Look,
Already
Quandary
Ganon is returning to harmony. The birds are singing, isn't it beautiful?
Ooh, Link, are
Are
the
the
hero
hero.
of
Okay, so he doesn't say it there. What was the highest, lowest rating? I guess I mean, I don't give very many things a 10 out of 10 rating, so 9 out of 10 for the last case of the second game. 3 or 4 out of 10 for the circus case from the second game as well.
Like to my lair? You must.
So maybe using the D sound from Ganon. And that sounds like a T.
Father!
You saved me. What did I give to 2, 4, and 2, 3 out of 10? 2, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, or 3.
Saved me.
Here's the traitor, Your Majesty. Please, Your omnipotence. Omnipotent.
I think we can get it. Yeah. This might just work. This might just work for our D sound. And by the way, this is what splicing is like. Like, all this time that I'm taking on just this one creative word, this is how much time it can typically take. That's why if you want to start out with YouTube poop, I would say just focus so much. Like, try to focus on some of the easier splices, like what I did earlier. I didn't need to do very much to make this. Like, I just took 10 seconds.
Sodium lauryl, sodium.
And even something like,
Started taking out all the natural ingredients to make factual ingredients.
just simple stuff. I mean, heck, you can probably spend like 2 minutes on some words. We're doing some really technical splicing with the CDI stuff. What fiction, if you can think of, would you give 10 stars to? 10 stars to a fiction book. I don't have an immediate answer, which... Let's see. 10 stars to a fiction book. 10 stars to a fiction book. Oops. 10 stars to a fiction book. Let's put this together. Give me a sec. I'll think of it. I'll have an answer for you, Journal. I'll have an answer. Give me a moment. 10 stars. What would I give 10 stars to? Any fiction, not just books. Oh, any fiction, not just books. Okay. Tough one. I would say right off the bat, the first one, that I mean, 10 out of 10 kind of implies that it's flawless. And there are shows that don't have that have flaws. But I would still say they're extremely well worth watching. So, see if I can... Okay, so the first show that immediately comes to mind is Breaking Bad. And, again, it's not a flawless show, but... So, I guess... So, Breaking Bad's kind of got some really, really high points with some... points. Better Call Saul is really consistent. It's a different type of show. It has, I guess, a little bit less action, so to say. It's less poppy, but I don't know. I think that whole universe with the storytelling, the character development, I've said this before in a stream, but a plot for me is when a character does something, and I love it when it feels like the plot is unfolding in a more organic way. Like, this is something, like, it's something that happens not because of a writer who conjured it up, or because of a director who decided that the story had to travel in this direction, but rather because it's something that the character would organically do, and it unfolds so beautifully, like poetry. I get that a lot from a show like Breaking Bad, like Better Call Saul, so I would say, unless I can think of something else, that would be pretty close to the top. Like, I feel like I'm going to get a lot... Maybe this will be a controversial opinion, but one really good episode that I loved is from Breaking Bad. I'm not going to spoil the context, but it's just two characters, and only those two characters in the episode. There's nobody else who appears in the episode. It's just those two characters just talking, contemplating, and then at the end, like, nothing really changes. It's just that episode was that episode. It's kind of like Waiting for Godot, if you know what Waiting for Godot is. This is a really good sentence mix right here. I'm really proud of this. So let's keep this over here. Let me just put this over here. Pull this one over here. Now loading times. Is that a reference to the worst Sonic fan fiction?
Die.
Okay, I'm just going to keep this die over here in case we have to reference it. And that's weird. I just got a... It shot a little bit. No, that's okay. It seems to be going strong. For a second, I thought the same thing that happened last week was just starting to happen now with OBS all of a sudden crashing. If anything, yeah, it's still streaming, so that's good. Alright, so that's our CDI section. And we're going to probably use a lot more CDI, so I'm going to keep these clips, these Faces of Evil, Wand of Gamelon stuff, all that stuff right here. Now, there's a lot more that we can do with this. I think, though, that what I want to do for now is move on to... Actually, two characters talking doesn't sound bad, just as long as it's executed authentically instead of a fake or melodramatic manner. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's done in a way that just feels organic, it feels natural, and I think that's really hard to achieve with some types of writing. Is Waiting for Godot a 3-5 reference? No. Waiting for Godot is a very famous play about two characters who are waiting for Godot. And they just have a conversation. I think that it's one of those things that you definitely need to see on stage if you get the chance. Find a production of Waiting for Godot and just watch it. You might be amazed, you might be angry, you might think it's a waste of time, you might think it's brilliant. But you'll see what I mean. So, let's move on to another scene from this. Hang on, it's doing its loading thing. Sometimes it does this. There we go. So now we have to kind of take a look at another clip. This is what I mean by, look at this. We barely have progressed through this clip, and yet we've gotten so many ideas that we've constructed from just one scene. It's perfect. So let's move on to the next scene. He's going to be, I'm guessing, talking about ingredients.
But there's good news.
So let's see. Let's pull this back. So it cuts. It stays on this frame while he's talking.
But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus.
Wow. I can think of several things right off the bat. Right off the bat. All right, let's kick it. And I'm going to start on the stuff that's fresher on the mind, so. All right, so first things first.
Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter.
Like he says shea butter and he follows it with
citrus.
And he follows it with citrus. Huh? I think that it's very obvious where this is going to go. He is such a good. Oh man, this is so easy to sentence mix.
Shea butter and citrus.
I really, really hope that other people use this guy in their YouTube poops.
Citrus. 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 Citrus.
See if I can just bring it down a little bit more.
Shit.
And then maybe using a fade out because there's a little bit of that R sound from citrus.
Shit.
There we go. There we go. And that's the first thing on the mind. Godot's milk shows heavily. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot that Godot is a character from Ace Attorney. So, oh man, there is another sentence mix that oh man, I gotta really think if I want to do something like this. So, goat's milk can also be used to make a certain shock site. Do I want to reference that? Do I really, really want to reference that? I don't think so. Okay, let's just keep that out of sight, out of mind. So that's the first thing that we did. I maybe wouldn't because he's annoying, but maybe, yeah. I mean, I can reference it, but I don't always want to reference. I don't want to reference it unless it can be funny. And also, I don't think that a lot of the crowd that I've got right now wants to know, or even be reminded about what that was. And in addition, I don't think even the new crowd knows what it is. Oh man. I have a lot of Danny Phantom YouTube ideas, so leap on them. My man, leap on those ideas. Especially from Season 2. What episode? Which episode? Tell me what you got in mind. I'm curious. Like, sometimes saying your ideas out loud will help you to formulate what they're going to be in the end. What you got?
But there's good news. We make our soaps with our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal.
Okay, so let's just get some of the obvious jokes out of the way first.
But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth.
So natural ingredients from the earth.
Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk.
I was referring to Godot. Okay. You were referring to Godot with your YouTube poop idea, you mean?
Goats.
Let's see.
Goats.
So let's add the first.
Shit. Goats. Goats shit. Goat shit.
Here we go.
Milk. Greek. Goat shit. Greek.
I meant the guy in the ad. Okay. Double Cross My Heart is the episode. So again, I'm not too familiar with Danny Phantom episodes. I've only maybe seen 3 full episodes, and that was when it was initially premiered on Nickelodeon. So only season 1. But yeah, I mean, tell me about the ideas you got. Tell me about what you want to do. I don't want to spoil a lot for if I do make it though. Okay, that's fine. Hey, you know what? If you want to keep it close to your chest, that's cool. I mean, I keep a lot of my ideas close to the chest as well.
Goat shit. Greek. Greek shit. Yogurt. Oatmeal.
Let's see. What else did he say?
Shea butter and citrus.
Okay, so we have goat shit, Greek shit. What other kind of shit can we do?
We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils.
I mean, I wasn't referring to Godot for the annoying comment. I mean, the guy in the ad. I'm a little lost on the context. I'm so sorry, Journal. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Plants. Goat shit. Plants.
Plant shit works.
Goat shit. Greek shit. Shit. Plant.
This feels like a CS188 kind of joke right here. Speaking of CS188, there is one video that he's recently put out to Discord followers only that I've been curious to have my way on. I really hope that he makes a collab for it, I'll tell you. Okay.
Plants. Goat shit. Greek shit. Plant shit.
Here we go.
Plant shit.
I think I need to elongate the plan, get that t in there.
Plant shit.
Okay.
Plants. Goat. Plant shit.
So he does have an elongated T sound in there. I just need to stretch it a little bit.
Plants shit. Plants shit. Plants shit. Plants shit. Shit. Plants shit.
Okay. Alright, got it. I think I get you now. Alright, so let's see.
Shit. Greek shit. Plants. Shit. Ingredient.
Double Cross My Heart is an episode where a foreign exchange student dates Sam. It's really funny, although actual episode has flaws in the story. Okay. Sam's the one with the black hair, who's almost like a goth girl, right? That's what I remember from the show, at the least. But it's the one that I have the most YouTube poop ideas by far. That's good. I mean, I'm really excited that... So, I say it a lot. You should definitely poop. If you're going to make a YouTube poop something you love. And I kind of feel like this is your thing, Danny fandom stuff. And I think that it would be really, really good to animate because Butch Hartman animation tends to be really snappy. And I think it'd be a really good choice. I've returned. Welcome, Hercules. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your dinner. We got an hour left in the stream. We're going to make the most of it. So we are coming up with ingredients. We've we managed to make a really good splice of CDI characters saying a chemical. So this is what we've made, Hercules. And of course, with some fine tuning, it could sound a little better, but it's a good start. But either way, we're moving on to we moved on to the next scene because we've been on that one scene for almost an hour and 3/4.
Ingredients.
So now we're looking at the ingredients. So I'm going to show you what he says here, unedited. Let me just put this off to the side. That's Sam, yes. Awesome. Okay, so I'm glad that my knowledge of Danny Phantom is still there. So this is the ingredient list.
But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus. No.
So there are a bunch of sentence mixing opportunities here. I just leapt on some of the most obvious ones that came to mind.
Oils, plants.
So here's where I started some of the sentence mixing. Thanks, Captain. Oh, I want to see the splice. Yeah, I'm really, really hoping you'll like it. Nice. So now we've got this.
Goat shit, Greek shit, plants shit.
It's just a simple CS188 style joke. We're going to do a lot more, though. We're going to do a lot more. So for starters, he says this.
But there's good news. We make.
So, again, kind of sticking with the potty humor, I think we can make it... I mean, this is juvenile, but I think it works.
We make our... We make...
Let's see if I can forward reverse the word weenie. Weenie. Yes.
Me.
Weenies. Let's see. Does this sound like weenie? Let me see. Okay, let's go. It does. So when you reverse a clip like that, sometimes you get a little bit of a nasally M or N sound. But here he's using a W, and I think that works to our advantage. So we have a little weenie here. Let me see what happens if I separate a little bit. Yeah, I think I like it better when it's that mixed in. And then we have a butts from Shea Butter.
Oils, plants.
Maybe make a Great Mighty Pooh reference. Well, we already sentence mixed shit.
Oatmeal, shea butter. Oatmeal.
Oh, wait. Oh my god.
Oatmeal.
How did I miss this?
Shea butter.
Plant shit. Oh shit.
Plants.
Oh my god, this is a fantastic joke. Kind of breaks the rules of threes just a little bit. But I think that it can really work out. It's kind of like the rule of 4, which still goes.
Oh shit.
Okay, Shadow, it looks like we need to work together. Exactly what I love that scene so much. Weenie. Yes. God, I love that poop. I love that poop. I think there's so many quotes from that just hold up so well. If I could just go back and edit some things a little differently, I would be watching it over and over again. As much as I would some of my other stuff. Alright.
Goat shit. Greek shit. Plants shit. Oh shit. We me. Oils. Plants.
Okay.
A butter and butter.
Can we get butts?
Butter and
Or can we do something else with this butter? What else can we do with this butter?
but
I think there might be something else that we can do with this butter.
butter and
Let's see what happens if I...
butter and
Let's give it the old forward reverse, the sus treatments. What does this sound like when it's been given that treatment?
butter it up. Butter it up.
Ooh, but maybe...
Butter it. Butter it. Butter it. Butter it. Butter it. Butter it. Butter. Butter it.
Yeah, I think utter butter.
Butter it.
So this is going to be one of those scenes where I have like the list of ingredients spelled out on the screen. Maybe he says butt butter. That would also work. Butt butter.
Butter it. Butter it. J butter. Butter it.
So we got utter butter, butt butter.
Butter. Butter. Butter. Butter it. Butter it. Butter.
Yeah, butt butter. Again, it's juvenile, but you know what? It works because sometimes if you're gonna go juvenile like that, you gotta go all the way. And I feel like with this, we are going all the way. So we've got
goat shit, Greek shit, plants shit, oh shit.
By reversing syllables, yeah. Nutter butter, that's a good one. Nutter butter. It sounds like he says butter it up earlier. Zoom in on the guy in the Speedo. Let me listen to that. Let me listen to that.
Plants.
It's not here. I think it's right over here.
Oatmeal, shea butter and citrus. A butter and
So he says butter in. He doesn't say and. He says in, just like the letter N. So if we could replace that nasally N with a T, we can have butter it. If there's an up somewhere, let me write this down. Have him say butter it up with bare-chested guy. All right. Butt. Do the butter line reverse, but insert it again with a higher pitch. Yeah, so I wanted, let's do the Nutter Butter first, and then, Mike, I'm going to take a look at what you're suggesting. I think I did a butter line reversed. Mother Butter. Ooh, Crazy Luigi, welcome to the stream, and dang, Mother Butter. Butter your mother? Ooh. Let's give it a shot.
Ingredients like oils, goat shit, Greek shit, plants shit, oat shit. We mean butter, butter.
Okay, let's see what we can make happen here. Let's start with Nutter Butter. Man, Crazy Luigi goes way, way back. Glad to see you on the stream, my man.
Butter.
Let's see.
Butter.
I feel like it's got Nutter Butter has to come before Utter Butter. So let's do this. When you were reversing his butter, it was sounding so much like he was saying butter it up. Okay, so that's where you're coming from. Okay, let's see. Let's just grab that butter again.
Butter.
If we reverse it, what do we get?
Butter and up.
I can hear it.
Butter and
So let me.
up.
So he says a very audible up here.
Up.
Let me just do this again.
Up.
Yeah, that is an uncanny up sound. Hercules, that's a really good spot right there. Nice job. So that's the butter. That's the up for butter it up.
Butter.
So if we can get an it, a very clear it.
Butter and up. Butter and up. 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 And up. Butter and up. Butter and up.
He even says butterin up. Like not butter it up, but butterin up. Butterin up.
Butter and up. Butter and up.
That can work too. Yeah, that like. Let's see here. Let's cut this sequence right here and move it to the last scene with the guy getting the dowsing. And just put it right here, right after the Ganon. Nice. Found your stream by Vine Sauce's latest Family Gal video. Really? Hang on one second. Well, yeah, that's cool. If I appeared on a fan stream source, that's awesome. Yeah, put it in text form when he says it. Absolutely. I feel like I need to do that. Actually, Ashley, holy smokes. Welcome to the stream. Oh my OMG. Hello, sir. Big fan since I was 8. Well, welcome. I'm so glad that you joined. A big fan since you were 8. I am really happy that you were able to find me. Oh, man. Well, I really appreciate you being a fan. Thank you so much for being on the stream. Oh my gosh. Man. I love it when people pop in like that. You never know what you're going to get. Well, we've got a really good YouTube poop if you're like really fascinated by the process, and I'm really excited to see where this is going. Yep, found it there by chance. Crazy Luigi, the Family Gal video was nuts. Oh man. I gotta check that out. I really should check it out what that Vine Sauce video is. I haven't checked enough of Vine Sauce.
Plants.
So, let's go back to this. Oh my gosh.
Shit. Oh shit. We me. Butter.
Let's see. Okay, so let's make Nutter Butter. We need an NU, a short, like umbrella. So a short U sound. What do we have him saying here?
We make our... But there's good news.
New. Yeah, wouldn't work.
We make our soaps with natural ingredients.
No.
With
So he's got an elongated N sound.
Nat.
But he's got a very sharp vowel sound that comes right before it. Maybe I can pull this N sound and use it in utter. I was a big fan of TWS FFE since I was 12, but now I'm looking at more at your content and liking it too. Is that for Crazy Luigi?
Shit. Oh shit. We me. Uttering.
Here we go.
Uttering. Muttering. Buttering.
So, oof.
Uttering.
I feel like there needs to be a more pronounced N sound here, or either a more pronounced N sound or a less pronounced sound, because this is strong. If I dim, if I do this,
Uttering. Uttering. Uttering.
this might work.
Uttering. Uttering.
Do this instead.
Uttering.
No.
Uttering.
Okay. Let's try. Let's add the butter and see how it sounds. Is this good?
Buttering.
Oh, you were talking to me. Okay. Big fan of the TWSFFE. Hold on one second. Hang on. 1 second. Let me just check something here. Okay. Oh man. The anagram's escaping me at a moment right now, Journal. TWSFFE. I feel like I should know this.
Buttering.
Let's see what it sounds like. Nutter butter. Do we have nutter butter?
Muttering. Buttering. Muttering.
So, because this is so low pitched at the start, it kind of makes it sound off. If I decrease it, what happens now?
Muttering. Butter.
No, it doesn't do it. So I need a very strong N sound to complete the nutter butter. So I'm just going to delete this. We'll find it.
Buttering. Buttering.
But there's good news. Shows obviously false news story.
But there's good news.
Obviously false news story.
But there's good.
Oh god, I should know that. The worst Sonic fanfiction ever. Oh my gosh. I just call it the worst Sonic fanfic. Oh man. I think it would be better if you just reversed it, because it's more funny than just reversing it alone is enough to make him say the line. Okay. Are you referring to the word butter, reversing it to say butter it up? Like that? So if you are, I can add a T sound to the butter it, or better yet, add the word it. Even if it's not a perfect, it might still work there. Alright, so we need to get a strong N sound. Let me just write this down. Find strong N sound for nutter. Nutter butter logo text on screen. Yep, that would work. I mean, what I like to do is make sure that even without all of the visual clues as to what the character is saying, that I still have a good quality sentence mix. I feel like sometimes when people have that kind of thing on the screen, it's a shortcut to actual really good sentence mixing. And so I try to do as little of that as possible. In this context, I think it would work. Mike, yes. Okay. Okay. Well, I still have this written down, so we'll definitely play with it. Be right back. Need to swim a bit before summer ends. The pool gets too cold for its own good. I know where you're coming from on that, Luigi. Like, my mom over where she lives, she's got one of those, above ground pools that if the temperature just ain't right, it gets too cold. But yeah, I hope you enjoy your swim, my man. I utter butter. Sorry, fella, I gotta go watch Dawn of the Dead with my friend Woo. Pumped to see the final mix, though, kiddo. Enjoy your night. Thank you so much, Ashley. I hope you enjoy the movie. I really do. Well, it's good to have you, join the stream like that. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And don't worry, Mike. I am going to get a closer examination of the butter it up, the forward reverse of butter. There's a reason I write things down. It's so I can get to them. And sometimes I just want to write things down so I can attack them on a different time during the stream, especially since we've only got like 40 seconds left, and I feel like there's so much more that can be done interactively with that 40 seconds.
Plants. Shit. Oh,
Have a good one, Crazy. Enjoy that pool. I'll be streaming for 40 more minutes, so if you come back, then, yeah, I'll be here until 10 Eastern.
Yogurt. Oatmeal. Yogurt. 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 Yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yogurt. Oatmeal.
Oh my god.
Yogurt. Oatmeal.
We can mix ogre. We can make ogre from this. Because he says...
Oatmeal. Yogurt.
Because he's not saying the T sound at the end of ogre, so that leaves it wide open for ogre. How's it sound?
Ogre.
That's ogre. We just made ogre. How many times can you say the word ogre? Can you say that you sentence mix the word ogre? This is just like opening us wide open for a Shrek joke. So let's do that. Ogre.
Ogre. Milk. Yogurt. Yogurt.
Let's see if we can just do...
Yogurt. Yogurt. Yogurt.
We do...
Yogurt.
Yep. Read my mind. What time range of night would you never stream from to? Well, to be completely honest, I got it, like... I still work. I still do a 9 to 5, so that means that I can't do very long streams into the dead of night. So, especially since I'm sure that a lot of people are Eastern Coast like me, so... Excuse me. Like, see what I mean? I gotta keep the... gotta keep awake. Not that I'm tired, but... Gotta keep the energy for a long time, and sometimes I ain't got that energy to go deep into the night. Hey, Captain, you can have him say there's good news instead of good news, and maybe you could... Ooh. Like, the word news and nudes are similar. Yo, ogre. But this is a bit delayed. Yeah, I mean, the stream is on the delay, and that's just the consequences of, of a stream. There are always going to be delays. I have no idea how long this delay is. Let's see what kind of remixes from nudes we can get.
We make our soaps with natural ingredients. There's good news.
Excuse me. Oh. Let me take another sip. Fact. Let me just have some water with that too. I haven't had water yet. There we go. Yeah, it would just be so complete if we have him say something like onions or something like that, or if he says onions. Does he say onions anywhere in this? So let's explore the possibilities with nudes. So Hercules, your idea was to get him to say there's good news instead of good news, and maybe you could just show a goat.
News. There's good news.
The way he says news is... somehow I just don't think it's going to come out to nudes all that well. News. Well, maybe. when you say the word nude versus news, nude, it's very, oh, shoot. It's very soft, but when you say the word nude, it's almost like a consistent soft U sound. With news, you're raising your pitch. So nude, news, it's going to be a tricky one. Maybe I can pull it off. Explore. News / nudes. Comparison. Ooh. Ogres are not like shows different objects he references. Does he say something like that? Yep, ogres have layers. If there's a layers, that would also work. By stretching out the ad guy's gurs, followed by Shrek roar after. GR.
But there's good news.
Let's see. His gur. Like, almost like a Tony the Tiger. Great. Let's see what we get. I mean, if there's...
We make our soaps with natural ingredients from...
So, ingredients.
Ingredients from the earth.
Don't see much of an opportunity to log it, because he doesn't hold that gur sound like Tony the Tiger does. He goes straight through the great ingredients. Yeah, it's really tricky to do something like that. I know there's something we could do with Ogre. I just know it. It's just a matter of what is it. What's the best one? Abdullah, welcome into the stream. Burr, skibbity bee, dop, dop, dop. Yes, yes, yes. Feeling like the scat man tonight, Abdullah? All right.
Ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils.
Let's just get this out for a second.
Ingredients like
Let's just pull this here so that we have to start for this.
Ingredients like goat shit. Ingredients like goat shit, Greek shit, plants shit, oat shit.
Can you make him say Pope? Yeah, I actually think I did make him say Pope earlier. Or at least started it. Like if I go all the way back to the... Is it here? Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure that there is something that we can do. But even then, the oh shit scene, we can have a P sound, a beginning P sound, because an ending on a P is different from starting with a P sound. So there's a very clear distinction. But it is possible to refine that Pope, which I do intend to, do here. So yes, the word Pope can be done. I'm confident in it. I'm an ogre who can shows tongue guy from last stream. I feel like something like that. So this ad guy doesn't really reference himself. He just talks about the product and its competitors and everything else. So there really isn't going to be much of an opportunity to sentence mix that.
Butter, ogre.
Ogre butter.
Milk, yo, meal, shea butter and citrus.
I wonder what all this is referencing. I feel like this is all going over my head, like the chat.
Meal, shea butter and citrus.
Now, he does a no here that I really like.
No. Turn your shower game. Turn your shower game up to 11. With the
Okay. Turn your shower game up to 11. Grow, ogre, shrink gets bigger every time. I want there to be, that's one idea. I'm not in love with the idea. I mean the talents, he says, the talents he says people want to have. I know what you're talking about. So the men who do stuff. Let me go right back here.
Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men
This scene journal?
who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You.
Swiper tries to swipe, no. Yeah, that would be... Oh, the swiper. That's a good idea. Using swiper in the no scene.
Milk. Yo. Shea butter and citrus. No.
Yeah, this is pretty easy to superimpose the swiper hands, or just swiper in general.
No.
Swiper, that's a good idea. Swiper from Dora. That's a pretty good one.
Turn your shower game up to 11. Turn your shower game up to 11.
Okay, let's leave that as is. So we got 30 minutes left in the stream. Let's go to the next scene. I think that this is actually going to be a good opportunity to see what kind of, bare-chested hijinks we can get into.
Turn your shower game up to 11.
Let's just split the clip here.
With the smooth lather of gold moss or the exfoliating woodsy bliss that is pine tar, get ready to step out of the shower feeling alive.
Wow. He's really selling this. Yep, swiper, no swiping. Exactly.
Still not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says,
Oh wait, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Ogres who catch foul balls on the first try. I mean, maybe we can play with the word ogres a bit more, added throughout, but ultimately, I want to see what we can do with the rest of this whole ad first. Ogres who can open picture jars, yeah. Just pretty much replacing men with ogres.
sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says,
It's interesting, that guy takes a long time to emerge from the tree.
Joseph.
Let me just see something here.
Joseph S. says,
Just get the last moment. Oops. Okay, right here I guess is good. You can still see that guy coming out of the tree. I just want to see what this looks like forward reversed, because there's, I think, a good opportunity to make a little throwaway joke here. Yo, what's going on, Joshua? Made with real exfoliating ogre butter. Yeah, that's true. Ogre butter. Oh, man. You know, I thought about that earlier, but dang, having it as a list of ingredients. Get ready to step out of the shower feeling dead. Have say Joseph Stalin and he just speaks Russian or something. Oh man, Joseph Stalin, yeah. Oh my God, Joseph Stalin. Oh man, that's so good. Oh man, good call out, Hercules. Joseph Stalin. And when the guy comes out, Stalin's head is superimposed on that guy's head, so he's just blabbering like angry Russian. That would be, oh, that would be so good. Get ready to take it up to -11. That's, oh, good. That's a good one, Journal. Up to 11, turn up to 11 to -11. That's a good joke, Journal. Nice, nice. So,
Joseph S. says.
Joseph S. says. I can't. That's going to be a really good joke. Let me just see what this looks like real quick. I had to say it. Yeah, I mean, it was a good call out.
Joseph S. says. Says.
Alright. I just like the way his hand, like, moves here. Maybe I'll do something with this. Yeah, actually, you know what? Why not? Let's work on that. The Joseph. Oh, first, let's do ogre butter. Yeah, and -11. If there's a way to say minus, he can say like the word my, which would be an emphasis word, like my or might. Either way, my would be easier. So we get the word my, and then we have an NUS, NI. Okay, there are so many ways that we can do minus in case he does it. Thanks for all you do, by the way. The game on YouTube has remained among my all-time favorites. Thank you so much, Joshua. I'm glad you enjoy them so much. There is a third that is in production. I hope you know that. It's being worked on in the background, so it's going to be a while before you see it, but it is in production. It's probably going to be coming out after a whole bunch of other things come out. Turning it up to 7-11. That's a good joke, Cyber. Shoot. We've got 23 minutes left. We got a lot of jokes we got to tackle. Let me write this down just in case I don't get to it. So I'm going to try and tackle the, let's see. I'm going to try and tackle the Joseph Stalin joke, the ogre butter joke first.
Butter, ogre. Butter.
And with the ogre butter, I can get the Shrek font.
Ogre.
And let me just see if I can make a difference by having the
ogre butter. Ogre butter. Ogre butter. Ogre butter. Ogre butter.
ogre butter. Joseph Smith waving a hand with "You Can't Touch Mormon Jesus." Joseph S could be Joseph Smith too, but oh man, maybe you can make repeats of the joke. Butter.x stop working. 7-Eleven convenience store. That's exactly what I was thinking, Cybercalls. When I think 7-Eleven, my keyboard is Stalin. Ooh, good pun. So let me just write Joseph Smith, and let's progress to the, let's see, 7-Eleven is actually going to be an easier joke to make right than there. It'll be a faster joke to make, so
Joseph S says, turn your shower game up to 11. Turn your shower game up to 11. To 11. Game up to 11. Up to 11.
oh, it's a soft 11.
11. 11. 11.
Okay, let's see. We might be able to do them.
Turn your yo.
Okay, we can get the S from Joseph's S.
Joseph S. Said.
Especially since he says it with a short E sound here.
Up to 11. Up to 11.
Okay, let's do 7-11.
7.
How does it sound?
7.
It's faint. It's faint. But maybe it'll work.
7, 11. 7, 11. 7, 11.
Yeah, it works. It kind of works. 7-11, get ready to take us up to -11. Yeah. That's a good lead-in. Nice job, Journal. Nice job. That's a good lead-in. Let me just put an arrow here to denote that that's going to be... Alright, so let's get the head of Joseph Stalin here. And the stream shouldn't buckle. I wonder if YouTube is going to be noticing that I'm searching up Joseph Stalin. Okay, let's just get an image. An image of Joseph Stalin's head. Come on, you can do it. It's only Firefox, it's not Chrome. It shouldn't take... Alright, a black and white photo would do. Yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. And it's the Wikipedia version, so it's gonna be good quality. Good. Joseph Stalin. And then we just have some random Russian ranting in the background. So let's save this image into our Squatch. I think I called it Squatch. Joseph Stalin. There. We got that. So we can pull this into the clip. Let's see, it was saved in the J's. Oh, but we're in the YTP folder, so let's go into the Squatch folder, pull up Joseph Stalin, bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Alright, here we go. Let's just get some cropping. This is the first time all night that we have done any kind of masking. I don't think we did masking last week. Did we do masking last week? Maybe this is the first time in 2 weeks that we've done masking on stream. Or at least in the past 2 streams. But it's just a head, so this will be really good. So a random Russian ranting. Like, when I think of... Man, when I think of random ranting Russian, who would work? Heck, it doesn't even have to be ranting. I mean, when I think of, like... I could probably do, like, you know, Grand Theft Auto 4, Hey Nico, let's go bowling. They're Russian, right? I think the characters in there are supposed to be from Russia, or at least a country that's mimicking or parodying Russia. Boom. The head of Joseph Stalin. So what we need to do is have that head emerge from behind the tree in sequence with this guy. So I'm gonna have to make a second one of these. Oops. Gonna make a second one of these and just get rid of the audio track. Put the top track on top. And then we're going to have to do some more splicing, but not a ton. Which US coin design is your favorite? I'll always be preferential to the 50 state quarters, New Jersey, Washington crossing the Delaware. First one I ever had. I just watched Barbie. It was really good. Like a 7.6 out of 10. Nice. So, like 3 out of 4 stars. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about that movie. I haven't yet seen it in theaters because I haven't yet, like, I really want to see Oppenheimer. I really do, and I'm really glad that they have extended the IMAX showings of it. Boy, let me tell you, the things I'm hearing about Oppenheimer are amazing, and I hope that it's as good as it is made out to be. And Cillian Murphy, from what I understand, he's been in a lot of Nolan films. I know he's been in the Batman trilogy. He has been in, I believe, a couple of other. Yeah, he was in Inception. He was in Inception too. I need to add another layer so that this is gonna work. And then what I need to do here is work on the panning, because this camera here, so it's, here we go. Now the tree thankfully does not move, so all I have to do really is match the position of the edge of the tree with the mask that I've created here. Let's see, what are all those heads? I want to see. Oppenheimer was so long. Yeah, it is a 3-hour long movie. Some people say, from what I've read, some people are saying it's overlong, but you had watched Cars 3 yesterday. That one is an exact 7 out of 10. Well, nice. I know that Cars 3 really does a good job trying to redeem the Cars franchise, from what I understand, which is good. I mean, I feel like the Cars franchise, I mean, there is a love for... So, I'll say this about the original Cars. It does get a lot of... I don't know if hate's the right word, but disappointment. Disappointment because it has to live up to the Pixar standard, and in a way it does try to do that. But the problems with it are just, you know, it has. So first things first, the things I like about the Cars movie, the original Cars movie, is that I feel I can tell what it's going for. The loss of small towns in favor of the, I guess, the fast life. So something like that. I really like the theme, like the Our Town song by James Taylor in that sequence toward the end, where they're going over the history of the town. It is really poignant, and I can see where the movie wanted to be, and I think for the most part it does get there. It's just that the characters like Mater and all the car puns that are throughout, like blow a gasket, I mean, it feels like it takes away from the, like, I feel like it takes away from how serious they wanted to take that theme. So in some sense I see what's going for. I think it's just held back from being too much of a kids movie, but I do like it. I do think it gets a lot of unfair criticism, but it is a good movie for what it is. And I have a guilty pleasure for the Life is a Highway song by Rascal Flatts. Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. Okay, so I like the way the camera moves here, so that this guy's face is always in the middle. That's so cool. I actually just noticed that. Praise the cameraman for that. That is really good filmmaking or really good camera work. So we've got Stalin doing a thing here, and maybe a "Hey Nico, let's go bowling" or something like that. Man, that just works really well. And we achieved it in really good time. We have 10 minutes left still. Maybe just a little bit.
This?
I feel like his head shouldn't come out so soon. Okay, let's try this. His head definitely shouldn't be emerging from behind the tree this soon. I did find Cars 2 to be low average, just worse than 1 or 3. So I haven't really seen Cars 2 in its entirety. I've only seen bits and pieces. So I don't know really how bad it is. I don't know if I would find it bad per se. I mean, from what I've heard, it's really, really not good, and it kind of kills the Pixar streak that people were really rooting for at the time. But I mean, I really do want to see it before I judge it. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon for all that stuff. One thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make a little bit of a feather so that it looks better when his head comes out of the tree, from behind the tree. So I'll add a feather here, feather type out. Just a simple slight feather. Feather out. Do I want to feather out or feather in here? Let's see how it looks. Feather out's good. Then he comes out from there, and I don't need to do any more feathering. Actually, feather in is going to be better. Yeah, feather in is much, much better. Okay, let's go here and change this from a feather out to a feather in. So his head might appear a little bit sooner still, but it's still going to work. Yes, that is monumentally better. Monumentally better. Thing is, you can watch Cars 3 right after Cars 1 as a second movie. Okay. Well, I know that the Cars franchise, 2 changes nothing in 3. Okay. The Cars franchise is very clearly an effort by Disney and Pixar to try and make, merchandising off of kids who want to, collect the cars, maybe die-cast similars. Okay, your frame's stuck, not good. No worries, it's gonna get unstuck pretty soon. Give it a sec. Maybe you can have text in translation where Joseph Stalin is speaking in Russian. You go to Gulag, but maybe it's funnier if you have to imagine what he's saying. Yeah, I agree. I think that, because here's the thing. The way he says this, like Joseph S. says, you don't know who Joseph S. is, and you know something's coming, but as soon as he appears, like the random ranting Russian, that in and of itself is the joke. Not so much what he says, but the angry Russian. Man, I've got to find a really good angry Russian clip for this. So, yeah, overall, that's a really, really good idea to have Joseph Stalin appear. What else? We've got 6 minutes before stream ends. What can we do in 6 minutes? Let's just look ahead a little bit. Stovsif Joe.
Not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says,
There's Notch. Because he says not sure.
Still not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. From real customers. Joseph S. said.
So we can have Notch come out and maybe Notch comes out the head and the same angry Russian is still coming out of his mouth.
Still not sure? Here's a couple. Still not sure.
Notch is the creator of Minecraft, of course.
Not sure. Not sure. Joseph S. says.
Maybe add hammer to and sickle to background tree. No, I want the surprise of Joseph Stalin to be there. If there's a hammer and sickle, it might give it away. So, whoops. Let's see here. Just grab these. Now, I think Notch is Joseph S says.
To Vest said.
Let's just add that in really quickly. That's a good, nice little killer right there. Did the volume? Oh no, I separated the volume from the clip. Okay, so.
Says.
Maybe after he appears somehow. Nah, I think that's a little much. I think that I don't think it does anything to the joke. I mean, it doesn't take away from the joke, but it doesn't add anything. And I think that effort can be better spent someplace.
Says.
Yeah, the surprise factor in angry Russian speaking makes the joke hit better, yeah. Because, I mean, you definitely... So here's the thing. If you've got a good thing, like... what's the best way to describe this? A good rule of thumb when it comes to comedy is that if a joke is too long, it becomes a tragedy. That's the link between tragedy and comedy. So, if you have a tragedy and you cut out a lot of parts of it, you end up with a comedy eventually. So, adding so much can sometimes be a detriment to the joke. Now, I'm not saying that the addition of the hammer and the sickle would have ended up turning it into something a little bit more tragic or something else, but sometimes simplicity is really the best way to go. Like, if you boil it down to its bare roots, you're going to get something that you'll prefer a lot more. Alright, let's get Notch. I think Notch is known for wearing that hat of his, so maybe what I could do is just, redo the Stalin clip, but have him wear Notch's hat. Yeah, he's known for wearing this hat. This is this bowler of sorts. Marcus Persson. Like, would Notch be... Yeah, okay. So let's get this hat. This is a good picture of that. Okay, we got 1 minute. Let's get this, guys. Let's get this image downloaded. Hurry up, Minecraft Wiki. My gosh. Are you really operating like this? Come on, man. Yeah, let's just get the original source. It's not going to look as good quality, but it's a hat. Come on. That's full moon. Let's add it to the Squatch. I think what we're going to have to end up doing is just pulling it into the source itself, but we won't be able to touch it, edit it, etc. Let's just see what we can do. Notch, 10 o'clock. Yeah, just in time. So what we are going to do here is we're going to work some magic next week on top of things as well. Man, I love where this is going. I absolutely love it. And man, Hercules, Journal, everybody, thank you so much for contributing some amazing jokes to this. Like, that's why I love doing streams like this. I mean, I feel like every time we collaborate like this, there are going to be some really amazing creations or ideas. Maybe add Sir Top of Hat too, because he has the same hat, maybe. But the joke isn't just about the hat. The joke is about, well, I think this is one of those things where if you see it and not just have me explain it, it's going to make sense. So, yeah, and yeah, Sir Tom Hat does kind of have the same hat. But, yeah, like I was saying, I mean, it's fantastic having you be part of this whole process. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream, and I'm glad that you were able to watch the work, be a part of the work. Like, this source is so much fun, and if you work on a YouTube poop all yourself, I think this is going to be a great starter. What is your usually favorite time to go to sleep? It depends. Like, if it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like, sometimes I go to bed a little later. Otherwise, maybe 10, 30, 11, this, and the other thing. So, man, Journal, Hercules, and everyone else, just thank you so much. And Mike, cannot forget Mike. This has been a great time, Cap. Hope to I love how this spoop's coming along. Collaborating everyone here is just a lot of fun. I completely agree. Like, this is just such a great, this is just a great solace from all of the hectic stuff that's just going on in life. I hope you love making the rest of this. I will. I absolutely love how this is going so far. Guys, thank you so much for joining. And I will see you next week. It's going to, of course, be the same time, the same source. And I look forward to seeing what you guys contribute, what we all do together overall. Because, man, this is turning into one of the best YouTube poops created from stream. I'm really excited to see how this goes. You'll have a wonderful night, morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you on the next Monday.